Moises Caicedo is a Chelsea player and his girlfriend leaks a picture of him in Stamford Bridge. Romeo Lavia apparently is leaning towards Chelsea, and this is the important part. Liverpool have had a bid accepted. It's more money than Chelsea are willing to pay, and the player still wants Chelsea. What? Let's break this down into the little details. Oh yeah, and our striker situation. Broja, there's a loan in for him. There's a loan move in for Broja with an option to buy, allegedly, and Romeo Lukaku to Spurs as a Harry Kane replacement. Listen, jam-packed video today. Buckle up, let's get in. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys. It was so nice, we had to do it twice. Literally, in the words of Anthony Joshua, Chelsea hijacked Moises Caicedo once. They said, you know what? Let's go and do it a second time, but this time Romeo Lavia. Let's ruin Liverpool's plans completely. Wanted Bellingham, couldn't get him. Wanted Caicedo, couldn't get him. Wanted Levi Colwell, couldn't get him. Wanted Lavia, listen, you're not getting him either. It doesn't matter. We've got bigger pool. 3 out of the 4 have came to Chelsea. We're gonna break that down into little details, but all I ask of you guys right now is hit the like button. Listen, 1,000 likes because we've got a lot to celebrate today. Absolutely a lot to celebrate. The deal's getting announced, the medical has been passed. Phenomenal news. Our midfield is going to be impeccable, and this year has really fast forward the timeline for us to be absolutely competitive. I love it. And also, subscribe to the channel. The energy, the enthusiasm, the realism, and at the same time, the harsh truth that I give people on this channel, it deserves to be growing up a lot quicker than it is at the moment. So help me out. We only need 200 more people before we hit the magic number of 30k and start growing at a quicker rate. Now let's move. A quick summary of what's happened with the Moises Caicedo deal. Moises Caicedo at this moment in time is having his medical at Chelsea Football Club. The reports are coming out that he was having a medical this morning from Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs, saying it was the next 48 hours. However, it wasn't, it was today. Then individuals started coming out with the news of how much the price is. The price is £100 million with 15 million in add-ons with a sell-on fee. Look, a lot of people are gonna say, you got robbed, you got absolutely overpriced, you're paying absolutely stupid fees. Look, the reality is, it's not my money, it's not your money, and it's Chelsea's money, and Chelsea are willing to spend it. And more importantly, Chelsea understand how financial fair play works, and clearly their lawyers and accountants have told them they can do it. So if you want to moan and you want to bitch, feel free to do so, but guess what? You're not going to ruin my party, because I'm getting myself a phenomenal midfielder in midfield with Enzo Fernandez, accompanied by potentially Romeo Lavia and Ogochukwu and Santos. The mixture there is going to be phenomenal. So stop hating. He is going to be a Chelsea player. It's an 8 years plus 1 year option. This player is here for the long run. He's getting paid an abnormal amount of money, and I promise you now, anyone wants to come and buy one of our players, good luck. You see Mason Mount, 60 million. You see Kai Havertz, 65 million on 2 years. Mount was on 1 year deal. You want one of our players, you are overpaying over the odds. So if Caicedo wants to leave, big man, they're gonna have to pay 150, 100, 170 million for you, because we're not letting you go for cheap. I love it. It's exciting. This is a great signing, and it's really sped up our timeline. Can't wait to see what we turn into by the end of the season. The Lavia news is absolutely shocking, because the Lavia news makes no sense in every single way, apart from Chelsea basically told Liverpool, hey, you see, you came in for my boy. You came in for Moises Caicedo. You thought you could come in for Moises Caicedo 111 million pounds. Well, you know what? Now, for your cheek, you're not going to end up with either. You see over there, that man over there, Romeo Lavia, he's coming to London. He ain't staying in Liverpool. You see that man over there? He's going to play in blue, not red. You see that man over there? After Joe Shields and Eden Hazard are done with him, he's going to want to play with our club. And guess what happened? Liverpool have outbid Chelsea. They have bid 60 million pounds confirmed, after Chelsea have bid 55 million pounds. And the bid was 52 plus 3, by the way, in add-ons. Southampton accepted both deals, and now it's down to the players. What's really surprising me in this whole scenario is that Joe Shields' relationship with the player is playing a pivotal role, to the point where the player wants to join Chelsea. This is what we're hearing, not just from the Chelsea camp, we're hearing this from the Liverpool side of the journalists. The Liverpool journalists are coming out with interesting news, saying the player's leaning towards Chelsea. The player is in London. The player was staying in a hotel in London yesterday. He was with his family and friends, ready to make the biggest move of his career. After Manchester City at a youth team level, moving to Southampton and Chelsea coming in for him, this is a player that wants to come to Chelsea. And now we need to break this down in a methodical way. No emotions, just genuine pros and cons. This is what we do on this channel. We need to take a step back. We got excited. This is a move that could happen. What are the pros of this move? Number one, Lavia is potentially world class. One day, he could become absolutely world class, and I'm not exaggerating. His ability to pick up the ball from the back four and play forward, and at the same time, his ability to just dominate the midfield with his physicality and imposement and his intelligence. Really smart player. Number two, we get to dunk on Liverpool again. See that little small boy tactic? Never try coming after one of our players when we've been negotiating, because not only are you going to end up with not our player, we're going to take one of yours. We're going to embarrass you, and that's a statement from our owners to their owners. And number three here is the strength in depth that all of a sudden we get. Not only are we going from unknown quantity of Andreas Santos and Ogochukwu, we're going to now have an additional element of Prem-proven player ready to contribute now. Lavia at this moment in time is not an unknown commodity. He is a proven commodity of 1 year experience in the Premier League, where he was pivotal to Southampton's attempt to stay in the league. There were so many positives that you could count on your fingers, and Lavia was one. Southampton were shocking last year, and he was a star in a bad batch. And I think at Chelsea, he can become a star in a great batch. That's for me. The negatives of this move are, it's 60 million pounds. Yes, we have the money, so we can go bid it. However, that 60 million, in my opinion, could be used to get us a first choice goalkeeper. Magic Mike could be the one that we should be going after. But Chelsea don't want to do that, so be it. And alternatively, this is the next big one. Is he going to block the development of Ogochukwu? And should Santos go out on loan? Should Ogochukwu go out on loan? What's going to happen with Conor Gallagher? I need to understand this, and the reports from the Secret Scout are that in the next 48 hours, we're really going to get an indication of which players are leaving, whether this move's happening, and it's pointing towards one thing and one thing only. Chelsea are going to get Romeo Lavia. Liverpool are panicking. They're out here inquiring whether they can get Tchouaméni or Valverde to play DM. That's how mad it is. They're going to Real Madrid and asking for their starters and willing to pay a crazy sum of money. Finally, the more shocking stories that came out today was, I don't know about you guys, but did you watch the game on Sunday and look at our bench and say, you know what, we are really short at number 9? Because look, I'm not the biggest fan of Bradshaw. I think he's too young. I haven't seen enough of him, and when I have seen of him, nothing from him really tells me this kid's ready to contribute. Just a young kid that needs minutes, and more importantly, just needs to develop by training with the first team, let alone playing. Yet, we've getting our two other strikers on the books linked away with the club. Number one, Romelu Lukaku. His bridges have been burnt to the point where Arnautovic has joined Inter Milan. Inter Milan are not coming in after him. They are done with him. They literally do not believe he is good enough. They've actively looked at all the offers and said, you know what, we'll go with Turan, we'll go with Arnautovic, and you let us down by being anti-us. You went behind us in bad faith, and you decided it is time to opt for a more money move to Juventus instead of come to us. Juventus, the fans aren't having it. Juventus are looking like they're going to move away from it. They tried to do a little deal with Vlahovic, get him off the books. Didn't work. They're not having it. And now this is the key. Tottenham Hotspurs have inquired about Mr. Harry Kane. Romelu Lukaku. Harry Kane has gone off, and Romelu Lukaku is a move that is potentially going to happen. Spurs are willing to pay up to £50 million, which is more than even the Saudi clubs were going to pay, just for the compensation of doing business with Chelsea. And more importantly, I think this is the key part here, Chelsea are willing to do the business. This is coming from the Evening Standard, Nazir Kinsella, but Nazir Kinsella has also given us an indication that AC Milan are touting Armando Broja. Armando Broja is an individual that has literally recovered from an ACL, so he hasn't been involved much from pre-season at all. Actually, all he's done is train, no play time. But, and this is the key issue here, but this is mind-blowing. They tried to have the audacity to include a loan with an obligation or an option to buy. Chelsea said no. Chelsea are willing to keep him. They are not going in after a striker. Chelsea have no intention to go and buy a striker. Vlahovic was a consideration. They've moved off that consideration. They are going to go with Mr. Jackson and Mr. Broja. And that's it. That's the two number 9s. And Nkunku, when he comes back in January, worst case scenario, we will play false 9. This is the approach Chelsea are going to take till January. Maybe Ivan Toney will come in. We don't know that. But I think hopefully Romelu will move on. I want Broja to stay. I'm very excited by that news. I think he's a good player, and I think he's a player that's going to be happy coming off the bench with Mr. Jackson at this moment in time. But other than that, guys, I need you lot to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's been a very positive news day today, and man, it's exciting time to be a Chelsea fan. That's all I'm going to say. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out. I'm out.